sort of how some of this stuff all comes together in the sense of some of the power comes from the mashup, but there's also the what can be revealed by the aggregation. I know when the CIO and the CTO of the U.S. were testifying before Congress, they talked a lot about the mosaicing practice, they call it. So how do we see that playing out? The issue that each data set can be examined or anonymized, but when you put a whole lot of them out there, especially across different agencies, governments, et cetera, there may be revelation.
I mean, the governments have set in train, or we have collectively set in train. It's going to be a hard taskmaster. It's going to be, if they're going to have to, how comfortable are they really going to be in the face of evidence? Because the evidence-based policy that people talk about, as you start to integrate across your education, your transport provision, do you really have a transport provision in support of getting emergency services to the hospitals with the best acceptance rates for the best access to emergency wards? All of that kind of effect you get is going to put a very strong pressure for improvement. In fact, Gordon Brown's State of Aid in the UK was actually to use this to drive the delivery of public services. Now, improving service delivery sounds good, but one of the consequences of all this data is that we will start, it's happened in one or two cases already, to flock around particular issues that become highly popularized, people aggregate around them. In the UK, we have a lovely site, what we call the Open Data Work, Fix That Pothole. This is kind of where people are just going to be mailing about holes in the ground. And suddenly, councils couldn't bear to be at the bottom of the league table, so they started investing huge amounts of money in fixing potholes. That's some other piece of, expect. So there will need to be, I think, as we do the aggregation, as we see the consequences of this, we're going to be, I think, in a position to have very surprising things.
You articulated a simple principle about this, which is that it's not enough to look at the personal information implications of the data set in front of you. You also have to look at the data sets that are public already, and then think about what they can be, what they can represent. It's a pain. It's a lot of work. It requires people to be very savvy about what's already out there. But that's just the way it has to be, which is the privacy implications have to be addressed in the context of everything that's out there, not just what you're releasing